welcome to episode 299 of Flights,
Football,
and anything else.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Mike. How you doing, Dave?
I'm better than most, not as good as some, but I must have bumped this earlier. So apologies to all of our listeners that are out there right now.
They'll get over it.
They will. I know they will. I just
wait till later on when the excitement ramps up to you'll have to put me all the way down on one there.
Yeah.
Especially, I got to get to the bottom of why it looks like I'm having a massive coronary heart attack and my face is about to explode. I'm relaxed.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
And then I look on the screen and it's just like
I look like a turnip.
It looks like you put a tomato, like one of those emojis on tomato emojis.
What was that? What was the show with the tomato? They had the tomato head and somebody's hand was doing this for the mouth. Do you remember that?
No, I do not.
Okay, never mind. I must have been dreaming it.
Anyway, I'm going a little old school. Eric will be mad at me because there's a little fraying here, but this is the OG Tweaks Corner.
It is the OG. He said that would actually happen.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I actually like this logo better than just the TC.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I went retro. I put the throwback unis on tonight.
Yeah. I went new school with the Maple Grill. Got the garage shirt that I wore today to work. But a little shout out before we get going and before I introduce the beers.
All right.
Can I do that?
It's your pod. Do whatever you want.
All right, good. I want to give a shout out. This morning I had a reason to call up to Burnt Marshmallow, and you'll see why that's relevant here in a minute. And I end up talking to Vicky, owner or one of the owners.
Hi, Vicky.
And awesome conversation. But I was asking about one of the beers, and Burnt Marshmallow and Brewstillery has been there for about 10 years in the Petoskey area. So want to give them we're going to give them a shout out pretty much in every segment this podcast. But I went on their Facebook page. It's a place that I want to visit. So yeah, nice little beer garden, bonfires with Adirondack chairs around them, the whole 9 yards. Looks cool.
All right.
So the other one is Chris and Patty Weiner. I believe I pronounced that correctly. And they are the owners of Michigan Coffee and Michigan Beer and Growler Company in Beverly Hills, Michigan, which is their place is it's on Woodward, almost to Southfield Road. Southfield Road. My bad. I had to go down Woodward to take 14 mile over to Southfield Road and almost into Royal Oak.
It's going to be better in the game, Chuck, because the Eagles are going to smoke the Cowboys like a toasted marshmallow.
Like a toasted marshmallow, which I told Vicky I've got the marshmallows here, so we'll make sure we toast those for the last tasting. But and for those of you, I mean, every once in a while when something good pops up on the live stream chat, we'll address it. So, hey Larry, how's it going? Upgrade. Is it sketchy still?
It's the 720. I'm telling you, it's a 720.
Well, that's not what I don't know. Help me research that, Larry. Because I even upgraded. I had to upgrade my router anyway.
I like the GoFundMe though.
I do like that. Can you start that? Because I'm tapped out as far as time.
And we're going broke. We're going broke spending all the money on beer. So
right.
Well, tonight's was donated.
It was donated, and we'll get to that. But yeah, so Michigan Beer and Growler Company, 30 taps. They got a nice thing going on. So they got coffee on the one side and they got the beer on the other side. So they're basically, hey, start your day with us and finish your day with us. It's really well done. So if you're ever down in that area, look them up. All right, let's get going with the first tasting.
Yeah. I'm not sure which one it is, so you have to grab it.
Will do. And we're going to kind of go hot and heavy to begin with. And again, as Mike alluded to, this is a donation from Grant Ducharme. Sometimes, probably more often now, loyal listener, watcher. And he was up in the Petoskey area doing some work and happened upon this place. And these three selections are kind of their go-to / goat selections. And the first one is Maybe I'll Catch Fire. It's a ghost pepper citrus amber. Comes in at 5.8% and 26 IBUs. So the ghost pepper looked a little interesting. Now, I do have to read this. So here's the beer description on this one. This spicy, hot, all caps, take on our American amber and caramel malts lend its hand to giving its color, while select yeast and fresh grapefruits leave behind, and in all caps, quite a bit of heat and a citrus mouthfeel. So, Mike, I'm guessing they're warning us that this is a little hot.
Well, I can't make my face any redder than it is. Of course, maybe the viewers don't see that with the as blurry as it is.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't see my red face.
Maybe. Yeah. And that's a few far between. The other thing I learned, I didn't realize this. My router in the living room, and I mean, you know, the what do you call it? The green room of the South studio. My router was directly above us, which then I did a little research and it said, you know, that's kind of sketchy. So we'll see how this goes.
Barkley rushing touchdown. CeeDee Lamb receiving touchdown. Hurts over 40 yards rushing. Dak, 2 or more interceptions. There's your 4-leg parlay. It'll hit.
Cheers.
It'll hit tonight, and that's compensation for the shit video.
Like the notes, very sweet on the notes.
There's the habanero on the finish, because there's no habanero on the notes. But on the finish, you get some there. Chuck is the only one that'll retire and lose time off. He's on he's working right now. He's on vacation, and when he retires, he's actually going to lose time off. So
you know what you should do is just say, just got done running a 5K.
Yeah, well, everybody would know that's full of shit, because I don't
right.
I don't run. But Saturday, if you're not doing anything, come on down to Frankenmuth, Michigan, and enjoy the car show and Swan Valley Youth Football invades Frankenmuth.
Oh, there you go.
You know, maybe you'll see the 8th grade Swan Valley football team post a W and a 57 Studebaker.
Yeah.
I mean, what would be a better Saturday than that?
That's a win-win.
I don't know I wouldn't know a Studebaker if it ran me over, but I'm sure it's there at the car show.
I'm sure they'll have a Studebaker. All right.
We got
oh, God.
The only one I really recall, and I'm disappointed in us, trained professionals,
right,
is last week, episode 298. Even though we drank out of the Maple Grill glassware, I don't think we did an ad read for either of our sponsors. So the Maple Grill and
Grand
Central. I always want to say Herb's Place, and I'm like, it's not Herb's Place.
They should maybe change the name.
Grand Central's Herb's Place, Grand Central, and the Maple Grill. So there you got a free ad read in segment 1, and then hopefully we remember as we go on.
Well, we did do the additional video for Grand Central, so that kind of.
Well, that wasn't on 298 though.
No, it wasn't, but it was uploaded to our Facebook page. Anyway, my corrections corner was pretty much everything in the last 9 minutes of the podcast. I was trying to talk about tech or whatever. I just sat there and just scratched my head listening to the last 9 minutes, because I knew I was a little foggy. I knew I was struggling. And, you know, I'm going to say I was slightly concussed. Mike says it's because I didn't eat anything and I drank 4 full beers.
Listen, to somebody who's been drunk so many times on this podcast / live stream, just own it. No, I was concussed. You finally finished your beers, and that's not a disrespect. I'm not knocking you. Not
all right. You know, I'm gonna wear the L on the chest for lightweight.
Yeah,
I'll own it.
I'm actually just surprised. You know, I've actually been there, so I'm not judging you, but I'm actually surprised that you made it home but couldn't make it in the house to piss. That's the impressive part about it. Because I know I could get the neighbors, if they could, it's suspicious character, they called the cops. I know I would get, I don't know if it would be drunk and disorderly, but like there have been sometimes I've left the cell studio and I'm like walking down the middle of Lorry Lane. Whoops, they give out our location to the millions and millions of listeners and viewers out there. I've matrixed home. I mean, it almost looks like I'm limboing on my way home.
Right.
So
okay,
yeah, I've been there. So that's a badge of honor, buddy.
Right.
That's nothing to be ashamed of.
Okay.
At least you didn't piss your pants. Done that too.
Yeah.
So,
but peeing is the coolest. All right. That's it for Corrections Corner.
Yeah.
What should we be watching, Mike?
Liz and I have only watched one thing, just because. Yeah, not even because we're busy. Oh yeah, shit, we were doing other things.
Yeah.
Saturday, bonfire at the Ducharmes.
Yeah.
Sunday, fantasy football draft and then cut grass. Monday, soaring eagle, 5-finger death punch, drowning pool, and
I
saliva.
forgot about that. You're going to talk about that in music, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And then Tuesday, what do we do Tuesday? Can't remember. And then I think it was last night. Maybe it was Tuesday. We didn't watch anything last night. Whatever. Unknown on Netflix. Unknown Number. The High School Catfish. From, if you remember correctly, Beale City, Michigan, home of the Aggies. Oh. And spoiler alert, it's about an hour and 40-minute documentary on Netflix. Well worth the watch. But to say it's fucked up is selling it very short, because it's just baffling when you have to watch it. I'm not going to give the spoiler out yet, but it's just, and what I thought was cool about it, Liz actually said, I think that lady used to go to Swan Valley. And then she looked it up, and her daughter was so-and-so, and, graduated a year ahead of Justin or a year behind Justin or Justin's grade, whatever. So she remembers her.
Yeah.
But she's now in Beale City. And then the one kid said he broke up with the girl in Beale City and was dating a girl in Pinconning. And then that girl, they broke up because the catfishing started, blah, 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 whatever. So it's actually well worth a watch. I didn't piss my pants there. I shit my pants there.
All right. So
that's the only thing I watched.
So this is role reversal, because I've got I got 4 things to say.
Well, only one of us is retired, in fairness.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Foundation. I told you I was going to do the Mike Peters method, and I was going to stack them and then binge them later. Couldn't help it. It was a Friday. Shelly had fallen asleep, and I'm just like, all right, I got to know what's going on. It's for me, and that's one of my favorite genres. I had to watch it. So I'm going to try really hard this week not to watch, so that the last 2, 9 and 10, I can binge those. Amazon Prime, Dark Wolf, The Terminal List. Did you see The Terminal List?
I don't think so.
So that one is with Taylor Kitsch, Tom Harper, Chris Pratt. They're Navy SEALs that have gone CIA to do their thing, international espionage kind of stuff. So this is actually the prequel to The Terminal List. So I don't mind watching this. And then Shelly said she likes it enough. We both said we really like it a lot. Then we'll go watch The Terminal List afterwards. So
you would actually be watching it in order.
I'm actually watching it in order, unlike, your favorite Star Wars films. Yeah. Okay. Next, The Thunderbolts. That is a Marvel universe.
That almost looked, is that the one that kind of resembles Suicide Squad? Or see, that one I actually probably would watch, because Liz and I have seen the previews of that at a couple of the movies that we have seen.
I'm watching this and I'm going, Mike would like this.
Yeah, that one.
Mike would actually like this one. Funny, entertaining, some good action. There's some pretty serious underlying themes to it. I'm not going to give out any spoilers. The only thing is I'm wondering, one of the new superheroes that's introduced, and I mean, it's not new, because if you've read the Marvel comics, this superhero is in there. But as far as the cinematic universe, Sentry. So up until this point, Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, was the baddest superhero, can't stop her, doesn't seem to have any weaknesses at all. This one, Sentry, is like, I don't know. Maybe a weakness will come out, but they're just sitting there wailing on him and he's just not moving. Like, it seemed a little too super. I don't know. And then the last thing, did you like the Knives Out series? The two that were out with Daniel Craig as
we went.
Go ahead.
As a family, we went to see it at the Midland Cinema on Christmas Day. It was sold out. We ended up seeing something else. Okay. I've never seen it.
Okay.
It looked very good.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
So they're good. I would say the first one is a better story. It's a better mystery and a better ending. The second one is more entertaining, has a lot more comedy in it. This one looks pretty good. They're all star-studded. Right. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that one's going to come out, I think, November in theaters. I'm going to get this wrong. It's not a corrections corner. Like, theaters November 12th. And then, theaters November 25th. And then Netflix on December 12th. I think that's what it's going to be. So a new Knives Out movie. It's called Wake Up, Dead Man.
All right.
So
I think it's bad business to announce it that close, because that close together. Why would you go to the theater?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like some of these, like Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, well, they
could have elected just to go straight Netflix and just.
They did. Happy Gilmore
I know,
was.
I was fast forwarding to this one. Maybe they just said, let's put it in the theaters based on, the theater attendance for the last two. And the way the projected theater, I mean, this year so far, 2025 has been one of the lowest in 20 years.
Well, because everything comes out to streaming service in 5 minutes. So when you announce it's coming out to streaming in 5 minutes, why would you go see it at the theater? I just said it was bad.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. If you want to make some money in the theater and at least have the theater make some money off the popcorn, right? Don't announce it's coming out.
Well, you talk about two different beers, the King Sue and the Maybe I'll Catch Fire.
Yeah. Get that one out next.
The Catch Fire. The Catch Fire.
Yeah.
Is like after some good hot wings. You're eating them. And then like a few minutes later, all of a sudden you get this nice little burn in your mouth.
I wouldn't say it's
not like Buffalo Wild Wings the night of the Lewis Black concert, but
I was going to say, I was a little fearful because I don't know if I've ever had ghost pepper. It's
habanero, didn't it say?
No. Ghost pepper.
Oh, yeah.
So I was a little leery, but
they didn't use the whole ball and chain on the ghost, because ghost pepper would be hotter than this.
But this is, it's consistent. It's a good hot. It's hot.
Yes.
But it's not, I'm not
a slow burn.
Yeah. I'm not grabbing a gallon of milk and and so, music.
Yes. Let's do something old first, and then I'll segue into.
Okay.
All right. So something old.
Yep.
Again, I'm very, sun's rising in the east, sets in the west, predictable, right?
Yeah.
So Labor Day, we saw Saliva, Drowning Pool, and Five Finger Death Punch. Totally enjoyed Saliva, and then I get to practice Tuesday, and Eric says, that's not the original lead singer, right? So I did my homework, and his name is Bobby Amura. He joined the band, I want to say it was like 2014-ish. They released an album, and ironically enough, I was going to listen to his first album, but that's only available on iTunes, and I don't have iTunes. I don't know why that album is not on Spotify. So I went to Long, Lies, and Therapy. Love, Lies, and Therapy from Saliva, June 10th, 2016, 12 songs, 42 minutes. And I think it's Bobby Amura's second album. as the lead singer, co-songwriter.
Right.
And talk about, because he's nowhere near as hard as the original lead singer from like the first Saliva album.
Okay.
But he's very good. What made him good is Ultimate Showman. Got the crowd into it, played off things. He's like, fuck, they didn't tell me the sun was going to be right in my fucking eyes. And then he took a pair of sunglasses from the crowd. And,
right.
And he kept the crowd involved, kept pumping, hey, who's ready for Drowning Pool and Five Finger Death Punch? Excellent showman, excellent vocals. I was extremely happy Liz and I didn't hang out in the room and just go closer to Five Finger, because I wasn't sure who was going to be Drowning Pool or Saliva. And we went for the start of the show. Fortunately, it was Saliva. And then Drowning Pool, I'm not real familiar with a lot of their songs other than Bodies. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. So, and I heard from a couple of other people the same thing. Their music, their instruments were so loud, they drowned out the vocals. Get to Five Finger. Say whatever you want about Ivan Moody. He's got some bad press, some deservedly so. But if Bobby Amora from Saliva is a entertainer, showman, Ivan Moody is that tripled minimum.
Oh, wow.
In the stage show, they had like no one gets left behind. They had like 4 huge screens in the back. And they showed like Vietnam footage because no one gets left behind. And their vocals, they're loud, but you can hear it, the vocals too. So it's an aggressive style, and they put on a hell of a show. It's like the 3rd or 4th time I've seen him, and I've not been disappointed. And he didn't even bring up his sobriety, although I'm calling bullshit on this because he said, I'm sitting around in my hotel room at 5 a.m. and smoking some of that fine Michigan. He didn't call it weed, but he called it whatever he called it. So, okay, so you're not drinking, but you're smoking weed. So are you really sober or not? So you're going to judge me for drinking?
Right.
And, so because remember the time I said on the pod, he started touting and Justin and I just bailed. So, all right, you're gonna preach to me. We're out. I mean, it had something to do with beating the crowd at Pine Knob, but whatever.
Sure.
But anyway, great concert.
Good.
That was my something old.
All right. So you say what you will. I don't know why I'm flipping through some of the old stuff, and there was it was a late, is it late 80s? Milli Vanilli. Is that late 80s? Early 90s? Early 90s.
Mid to late 80s, I'm going to say.
Mid to late 80s. So that was the one song right now that I'm trying to think of that was on that playlist, but it was all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
So I just needed something different, something to wake my brain up while I was working on the computer.
So you listened to someone who wasn't actually singing it then?
Correct.
There we go.
Yes. Whoever was singing it.
So, yes.
Blame it on the rain. Yeah.
I like the other one better. Their first one.
Yeah.
So
drawing a blank.
Yep. Fuck it.
Yep.
My something new. Wreckage from Machine 6, released August 22nd, 2025. 10 songs, 28 minutes. Again, I always say it's like a Nickelback, Theory of a Dead Man type sound to it. But I'll also say they must be the rabbits of the music industry, because
they're just cranking out.
Yeah, because I reviewed, I think it's called Bad, earlier this year.
Right.
August 22nd, Wreckage comes out, and they have a new one that I've got pre-saved on my Spotify that has a release date of like September 20 whatever. So that's 3 albums in 1 year.
Yeah.
I mean, is it a real band, or is it just like an AI generated putting out hits?
You know what?
There's nobody does 3 fucking albums in a year.
Right. But that's, now that you say that, I was trying to think like, well, my my answers were going to be either everybody in the band got to write an album. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or who's ever writing their stuff just, got on a bender and just cranked out, what is it? Like, what'd you say? Like 36 songs or something like that? Or
yeah, because there's probably about 10 to 12 per album. So yeah, 36 songs in and out.
Or the more logical answer, which you brought up that I didn't think of, is they've got Chat GPT doing all their stuff.
Sounded good though.
We want it. Well, okay. Sono, SOUNO. You can type in, it was $10 a month. I had it at one point. I made a song for the family, as part of a professional development thing. It's an AI song generator.
Right.
And you just type in the topics of what you want and the genre you want it in, cranks you out a song.
In Jim Cornette, they don't take those songs for the Jim Cornette drive-through. They say no AI. They want you to record your own song with stuff they talk about on the pod. But
yeah,
that's a side note.
Yeah. But yeah, that's total possibility that it's all AI.
All right. Did you have anything new or no?
I really didn't.
All right. So
I was too busy watching all those shows.
Yeah. See, I was too busy listening to the music. There we go. All right. Let's go inside the ropes.
Let's do it.
AEW, the next couple of weeks, they're at the 2300 Arena, the old ECW venue. Looks nothing like when Paul Heyman ran ECW.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's AEW.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. That's why I don't watch it.
All right. WWE.
Okay.
Clash in Paris.
I've only
got 5 matches I predicted. Fucking back to finally 5-0. Yes. Fucking 5-0. Now, I thought it was a good premium live event. I've got a couple of gripes here with, I don't like the stretcher angle.
Stretcher with Roman?
Yes. Once you get a guy in the stretcher, you can't continue to tsunami him because now, yes, I'm aware everybody knows wrestling's fake, but you have to have some, let the crowd think, oh, fuck, he's hurt.
Yeah.
And wheel him off on the stretcher. But once he's on the stretcher and all of a sudden
start wailing on him.
Yeah. You wail on him and do another tsunami and nobody's even trying to protect him. Okay. Well, now you know it's a work.
Yeah.
Yes. Everybody knew it was a work going in, but come on, at least tickle my funny bone.
Right.
And humor me that, hey, it's.
Well, like you said, I mean, that's the whole point of watching it is that you're looking for the moves to be believable to where you're watching it and it happens and you're like, oh my God, he actually landed that stiff, right?
Yes.
And when they do it well, that's when you're impressed. That's when you clap and yell. Cause it's like, hey, that, just, I don't know, any other kind of a performance, I suppose.
And I actually, Eric's late to the party. Vintage, old school Eric. I really liked the way they incorporated the man. They tied it together. Yeah. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed were kicked out. Paul Heyman went to the hospital, and then in comes the man to nut shot him. Here's another.
Here's another other thing.
What were your thinking? We might be.
I'm just saying, like there was a chair right there,
and that's what I was going to say.
He could have picked that up and been well within his rights to crack her over the skull with the chair.
So you're going a different way with that. I'm going the way I'm going with it. Yes, and Liz even laughs at me because even a flick to the nuts is like a shock to the system, excruciatingly painful. Right. It shouldn't incapacitate when you're in the fight for your life. Guys in wrestling are falling off the Empire State Building head first into the concrete, bouncing up and winning the match.
Right.
A forearm from underneath that's really not even, it's more kind of pushing the balls up than it is. I mean, a flick is more painful than the way they go.
I mean, she
came underneath and hit it. So I'm not saying it wouldn't hurt,
right,
but I don't think it would have rendered him defenseless. So Seth could do the stomp,
right,
which the stomp actually looks good. The wrestler sells it. He gets his head up and then he brings it down. And that, if it wasn't on a trampoline, but he also does that on the floor and everything. That looks like The stomp, I think, is the most lethal move in wrestling because Seth Rollins does it so well.
Yeah. That was going to be my comment is, the uppercut to the jewels.
And then she forgot how she had her hoodie and everything because she kind of struggled getting it undone. She forgot she had a zip up hoodie because she tried to pull the top off. But now the rumor is CM Punk's wife, who was a former wrestler, is going to get back into it, and then it's going to be a mixed tag. And I don't like.
You don't like that?
No, the man and Seth have been in WWE for so long, and they've kept them apart for so long. And now they're finally tying it in with the vision. It worked well, but too much of a good thing is too much of a good thing.
All right. So, post-match.
Yes.
Roman Reigns. Now, you kind of answered my question then. Like my question was, how well did they sell it? So that it was pretty believable, because most people know, especially if they get on the internet or read the news at all, it was one day later. That night he got on a plane and he was on the movie set of Street Fighter the next day.
And that's why they had him go out on the stretcher, because he's going to be gone for a little bit, which is fine.
Yeah.
But what I don't like about the way they do it is like, okay, you got to sell a neck injury. On a neck injury, they don't just put something over your chest and let your head just dangle willy-nilly. You got to put some realism into this fucking thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
all right.
But all in all, Clash in Paris was entertaining.
Cool.
And Logan Paul is a star.
Yeah, he is. He is.
And
and when Cena came out, that I kind of felt really good for him to have. How many people were in attendance?
31,000. The biggest indoor arena in France.
So big, they packed it.
Yes.
And everybody in that arena was in unison chanting his name and doing the.
Now, you want to see something even better and more impressive?
Yeah.
20,000 people the next night in the same building hijacked the show to AJ Styles. And you want to see a crowd go absolutely fucking batshit crazy. And like AJ Styles kind of breaks character a little bit, and he's just kind of like smiling because he can't believe it, because they're behind him, they're supporting him.
Sure.
But then it just turns into just like, it's literally like an 8-minute sing along. As
I didn't watch Raw, so
you got to see it, because it's like an 8-minute sing along, and Dom doesn't even come in the ring because AJ's getting his flowers as they would be.
Sure,
and the crowd is going absolutely crazy. It's amazing. And some of the wrestling purists hate when the crowd do that. Hate when the crowd do that. Hate when the crowd does that. I actually think it makes the event. That makes it the best.
And that's what makes them, because that's what they're going to talk about. They're going to want to come back again and do that again. Yeah. That's where they have the most fun, I think. You getting ready to rate this?
Yep, because you rate first. I'm just going to get my rating down first. All right. Unless you have more wrestling you want to talk about.
I do not.
All right.
I'm contemplating my rating here of maybe I'll catch fire. Let's see. Because we've had several habanero / pepper beers. What, like this might be our 5th dish?
Give or
somewhere
take.
in that. Okay. All right. I'm going to rate this as a Cicerone, because I on my way back from Detroit today, I listened to the audiobook Tasting Beer by Randy, and I'm going to guess starts with an M. He designed the Cicerone program, but
we'll just call him Randy M.
Yeah, Randy M. This is exactly what is as advertised. And I like the fact that it didn't like scorch me from finishing it. I actually want to finish it. Can I have a second one? Probably not right away. But again, I'm owning the lightweight category tonight. So, but if I rate this as a Cicerone, beer as advertised, 3.9.
I rated it as Mike from Flights Football than anything else. I like the fact that the slow burn stays with you the whole time. I can't go 4 because I don't think I could drink one after the other of this, but I think it is as advertised 3.78.
All right. And the Untapped crowd, 553 check-ins for this one. All right. Those 553 people come in at an average of 3.64. So
we liked it a little bit better than those people, but we're all in the same neighborhood.
Well, I wonder if there were, not a huge sample size. If you get a couple people in there that thought, either A, they wanted a lot more heat for some reason because they saw a ghost pepper on it, or somebody maybe didn't really, their friends told them that they were drinking an amber ale and then poured this in there.
Right.
So maybe they got on Untapped. I don't know. Maybe there's a few clunkers in there, but still a good rating.
Yeah. Who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? Who are the people in your neighborhood? When you're walking down the street
each day,
Sesame Street or
That's what I
Electric
was.
Company?
I
think it's Sesame Street.
I was saying Sesame Street. Anybody else out there remember that? So here we go. Second tasting.
Pound of milk, a loaf of bread, and a gallon of milk, loaf of bread, and a pound of butter. Gallon of milk, pound of bread, gallon of milk, loaf of bread, pound of butter. It's one of those.
I remember that, but I don't know. I have no idea where it's from.
It's one of those cartoons that her mom sent her to the store.
Oh yeah,
to buy it, and she had to try to remember what she needed to buy.
Maybe
gallon of milk, loaf of bread, and a pound of butter.
Maybe you're not having a heart attack, but maybe you're having a stroke. What's going? Where are you getting this from?
You said that in the neighborhood, the small sample size of the people in your neighborhood, and I segued it in. The segues just keep coming, Dave.
All right, well, let's segue this. The Maple Grill, right?
Yeah. We owe them one. Sesame Street, Eric says.
Yeah, Sesame Street. Thank you. The Maple Grill, an amazing farm-to-table counter service restaurant and microbrewery offering a rotating selection of the freshest local items available and cooked over an open kitchen's wood-fire grill. The Maple Grill not only offers the greatest of local fare, but wood-fired craft beers and seltzers as well. But wait. Before you get in the car, go to their website, themaplegrill.net, and spell grill, GRILLE.net. Check out the current menu and see what's on tap. Then get yourself to 13105 Gratiot Road in Hemlock. And when you get there,
tell them Mike and Dave sent you.
Exactly.
And that's the updated, newer version, Nate. I'm going back when I was a kid 50 years ago, so the pack of Cools wasn't part of the program. But nowadays it probably is. Although, does anybody buy packs of cigarettes anymore?
Oh, yeah. I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I mean, the vapes and all that's pretty popular, but
I
have seen some people.
I'm not sure what cans they are, Dave, so you got to reach in and grab them.
All right.
No, Sesame Street was blanketless, Chuck. Come on, give me... I do have some standards, not many, but some.
Okay, so this
although Miss Piggy, what? No, that was the Muppets, though.
Muppets,
but she was on Sesame Street, I think, wasn't she? They segued, right?
No, I don't think so.
Has a podcast ever used the word segue 3 times in a matter of 3 minutes?
Seconds? No, I don't think so.
All right.
So. Second tasting, and this is why I ended up calling Vicky at.
I think Liz is wrong. It wasn't a container of milk.
Ooh, I don't know.
Bread, container of milk, and a stick. I think she's wrong.
Yeah,
I'm calling bullshit on Liz.
Oh, I forgot to do this too, Mike.
What?
We're gonna hold on.
Are you gonna wipe my face out a little bit so it doesn't look like I'm about to die? Don't fuck with the feed. The stream is horrible enough as it is. We don't need you fucking with it. Let's get to the second.
All right. Tasting. Well, we were going to click on it to see what would happen. I think what happened is when I clicked on it, everybody's screen went blank just for a second. We're going to get this figured out. Here, the other thing though, and eventually we won't have to talk about this, but the other thing I heard too is like, not only does it have to go through the floor, it's got to go through this. That's part of the problem too, because I got this freaking laptop sitting right here. So I got to either move my router down here,
yeah,
or I got to get an Ethernet cable like Klein said, or change that up. So anyway, I've got it figured out. We'll get it figured out next time. Anyway, when we're over at the North Studio next week, it's a little bit better. All right, moving on. So again, I said I called up to Burnt Marshmallow because as you can see on this can, it just says IPA. And as you would probably guess, they have brewed several IPAs, but this one is the Hemingway IPA. This comes in at 7.2% and 61 IBUs.
All right.
And thanks again to Grant Ducharme for picking these up and donating them to the pod.
Yes, thank you, Grant. And Larry, did you take that 4-leg parlay? Because the game should be about to start here shortly. Ooh. Delicious on the nose.
Cheers.
Cheers. Maple grill glassware.
Ooh, I wonder what's going on in there.
Liz and Chuck are both full of shit. I'm not buying that Liz was right. I'll rewatch every Sesame Street there is to find it if I have to. There's something added to this IPA.
There is. We'll have to.
Must be the Ernest Hemingway.
Whatever they're putting into that. Yeah, there's something a little unique in here. I'm not saying it's bad. I can't place it.
All right. That means it's time for sports. Now, Larry says, I'm assuming she looked it up. Liz is right. Fuck. I still don't believe it. I remember a loaf of bread, a gallon. Who goes and gets a container of milk? See, that's where I went. That's what's wrong with my whole life. That's all my problems stem from somebody buying a container of milk. For fuck's sake, who buys a container? Hey, where's the containers of milk at? Containers? What are you talking about? So gallons of milk are down there, you stupid. Yeah, you stupid. All right. Anyway, that music means it's time for sports, and we start with the major leagues. The Toronto Blue Jays held on to their half-game lead over the Detroit Tigers for the best record in the American League at 81 wins, 69 losses for a .579 winning percentage. Now, despite going 5-5 in their last 10, the Milwaukee Brewers are still, I can't say far and away, but yeah, fuck it. Let's say far and away the best team in the bigs at 86-54 or 614. And I think 2 episodes before we went to video,
right,
I said they would not represent the National League
You did.
in the World Series, and I'm holding true to that prediction. Now, on to the important part of baseball. Red Sox dealt a huge blow when Roman Anthony in Tuesday's 11-7 victory over the Cleveland Guardians on a check swing felt a little twinge, and then on a swinging strikeout, he strained his oblique, is more than likely out for the regular season. I'm guessing at 21, having just extended him for 8 years and $116 million or whatever it was, they're operating with kid gloves, as they say, because they're not going to jeopardize him and rush him back and have him develop chronic injuries. He's 21 years old. He was hitting .292, 8 homers, 32 RBI in 72 games. It's a huge loss for the Red Sox. Somebody's got to step up.
Right.
They took 2 out of 3 from the Guardians. I lost my shit. Should have been doing video. I think my youngest son, Nick, even got mad at me because he texted me. So well, maybe baseball isn't the sport for you to watch. Garrett Crochet, arguably the 3rd best pitcher in baseball behind Skeens and Skubal, gave up 6 runs on 3 homers in 1 inning. And I'm like, your ace cannot have an inning like that. I know shit happens. People have bad days. It happens. Whatever. Your ace cannot give up 6 runs and 3 homers, 4 total for the game.
Yeah.
In a playoff push. It just can't happen. Just like I always say, waiters and waitresses cannot have bad days. If you got ran over in the morning while you walked in on your significant other having sex with a stranger, don't go to work and give the customer attitude. Call in, because a waiter or waitress cannot have a bad day. Your high-paid ace can't give up 6 runs in 1 inning in a pennant race. So the Red Sox take 2 out of 3, and this is why I love him. He has won a World Series. He seems to be a player's guy. The Netflix series, The Clubhouse, a season with the Red Sox, he comes off as very caring. The players love him. I supported him on this podcast when he was suspended for that alleged cheating scandal with the Astros.
See, they can actually see your eye roll there now.
Yes, but here is my issue with somebody explain this to me. The Red Sox took 2 out of 3, and the way the rotation went, Sunday was Lucas Giolito, Monday was Brian Bayo, Tuesday was Garrett Crochet, Wednesday should have been Dustin May, who's married to the Swan Valley girl.
Yep.
Today is an off.
Troutner was her last name.
Today is an off day. Tomorrow we go with the left-hander from Texas Christian, who had a phenomenal fucking debut last week. Hard throwing lefty, looks a little bit like Rick Rude in the face. Peyton Tolle, Tolle. That should have been what the case was. What does Cora do? Game 3, he does that opener shit. Take the analytics and stick them straight up your ass. Oh, it works. Analytics are killing the game of baseball.
Yeah.
He started Bernardino, who was the pitcher who got the last 3 outs Tuesday night in an 11-7 game. Started him. He got 2 outs in the first, and then he brought in Hicks, who, from the neck down, Jordan Hicks is an amazing, phenomenal talent. Between the ears, an absolute shit show.
Right.
Before you knew it, it was 7-0 Guardians in the second inning. Game over. Okay, you win 2 out of every 3. I get it. 2 out of every 3 games, you win. The Red Sox will win the World Series if they win 2 out of every 3.
Right.
If you're in the Tigers' position with a 7,256 game lead in the AL Central, you can draw a name out of a hat and say, would the person in section 366, row B, seat 8, report to the bullpen? You are going to start for the Tigers tonight. Well, with that big of a lead, you can do that.
Right.
The Red Sox aren't in that position. And guess who fucking pitched the 7th, 8th, and the 9th and gave up 1 run? It admittedly was no pressure because it was 7-1. The game was already over. But guess who pitched the 7th, 8th, 9th? Yep, you got it. Dustin May. So now apparently we're just going to go with Peyton Tolle tomorrow in Arizona. But it's like, why did you fuck your rotation? Why not just go Dustin May as your starter?
Right.
And maybe he gives you 7 and dominates the Guardians. You sweep the fuckers. His bull. If everybody is perfect, Cora's the manager. Once he has to start dabbling with the pitching staff and the bullpen, he fucks things up.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
That's my take on the Red Sox.
Well, I would say you've got enough specific data and evidence to prove your point. I was going to say, Nate, just make sure at work you ask him for containers of pop. And then I don't understand the context of Larry's.
No asterisk. Oh, he didn't put
no asterisks on
my 4-leg parlay. He asked for it early. I gave it to him.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, all right.
It was Barkley touchdown, AJ Brown touchdown, Hurts over 40 yards rushing, and Dak over 2 interceptions.
Over 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nate, check the big dog league. Do I have any Eagles or Cowboys on my bench? Because I don't think I've put a lineup in yet. Fuck. Anyway.
All right. You want me to go? Let's go PGA, just Ryder Cup real quick because it's coming up.
Sure.
Just make sure Ryder Cup. We got to make sure that while on our soil, we win this one. When's the last time Europe won in the U.S., Mike?
2011.
2012.
What a guess.
Oh, my God. When's the last time the U.S. won in Europe?
1996.
You've been like cheating or 1993.
Oh. No, I just read the tone of your voice. I figured it was a greater death.
I did set it up that way. But kind of like Nate, when you told me to not do the inflections, I gave it away. I did it again.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
So, it's important that we win this one to even, it's, the chances of us winning, obviously based on previous performance in 2 years, is not good. So we got to make sure we win this one. So we'll probably we'll take the time to go into who's going to be competing next week. Because it's a ways away yet. It's September 26th through the 28th. It's always fun. It's good TV. Okay. You said it's one of the few golf matches that you actually watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And final days of close matches of the majors.
Sure. Tennis U.S. Open. Yes, the last American, Taylor Fritz, went down against Djokovic on Tuesday. So you've got, in the semifinals, you've got Sinner, Canadian.
Djokovic.
Is it Djokovic?
Yes.
What did I say?
Djokovic.
Yeah, there's a J. There's a J there. No corrections corner because it just got corrected. Djokovic. I can't believe.
I think there's some honey in this IPA.
Maybe. We'll have to ask Vicky. Or the brewer. She was going to give me the brewer's email address or number. Anyway, getting back to this. Yannick Sinner versus Canadian Auger Alessimi. That's my guess. And then Novak Djokovic versus Carlos Alcaraz. So even if you don't particularly care for tennis, maybe just tune in for a few minutes because that Djokovic versus Alcaraz matches, those are two pretty high level athletes.
And we could only hope it's a Sinner versus Alcaraz.
No, because we've seen that over and over and over again.
Well, they're the two best.
Well, they are the two best, but the storyline that will probably get a few more viewers would be if Novak wins that semifinal and goes against Sinner. In any event, the women, you got Naomi Osaka versus Amanda Asimov. How do you pronounce that?
Well, let's just call her Mandy.
Anisimov. It's funny, like you got Americans with Russian names and international players with American names. I don't get it. And then you've got another two, Sabalenka versus American Pagula. So there's two Americans in the semifinal.
In the women's?
In the women's.
Right. Are they in my lineup, Nate, or are they on my bench?
So that's it for tennis. That's going to be the end of the U.S. Open. You know, they said there's over 1 million people. I mean, I know it's a 2-week event, and it's in New York City. But they say 1 million people go through the turnstiles during that 2 weeks.
And George Costanza was caught eating ice cream.
Yeah. Might want to start AJ, you loser.
He would have been my starter, but I don't recall not starting him because as soon as draft ended, I checked a coach, a quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, but obviously I must not have.
Yeah.
Although I've got AJ Brown in 3 other leagues, so I guess
your mic got turned somehow. I don't know.
All right.
You want to go
NASCAR quick? I took Hamlin, put the curse on him for week 2 of the round of 16, and you have who?
Logano, the number 22.
All right. So I've got the 11. You got the 22.
I just figured he's done pretty well on that track. He's got 1 win. He's got 1 win, 2 top 5s, I think. something along those lines. And he's
yes, please.
He's number 13 looking in right now. He's 3 points back in the 13th spot, because this is the round of 16. And then after this race and the next one, then it goes to the round of 12.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's motivated.
Sure.
So he's done well on this track. He's motivated. So Logano, I hope he gets to the winner's circle. And this one's going to be in, where is this?
Illinois.
Yeah. Near St. Louis. NBA, can I just
no? Well, if you have, what do you have to say in the NBA?
Just that stupid. Oh, you know what? I'll make that one of my fuck yous or something like that.
All right. I think it's time for the NFL.
Okay. Are we going to do college or just no? There's not a whole lot to talk about. Just the Belichick thing.
Oh, he got fucking steamrolled. That team sucks. That was overhyped because Bill Belichick is coaching a fucking shit team, although they sold the place out.
They got 41 new players. How are you supposed to get 41 people to get on the same page?
That's why I didn't really have any college football in my notes, because every fucking team has 41 new players. It's a joke. Well, college sports is a joke. Yeah. It's actually semi-pro. No, let's call it what it is. No,
it's professional.
All right. Well,
it's professional, not semi.
All right, well, they're not making as much as the pros.
They will when they start getting, I can't remember whatever the date, if any of you listening can remember, but when that House versus NCAA actually has to happen, they're going to get not only their NIL money, but they're going to get the revenue sharing on top of it.
Yep. And I hope that's the death of college sports, and I wouldn't lose one bit of sleep over it, because not many of them are good enough to play with the big boys.
Right. Got it. All right.
So that's my fuck you. Fuck college sports. Fuck you to college sports. Jumped ahead a little bit. All right, time for the NFL. We have tonight's game, the kickoff.
Yep.
The season. Great rivalry. Dallas at Philadelphia. Philadelphia is laying 8.5, over under 48.5. I don't see how you could bet the Cowboys any way, shape, or form. I think the Eagles raise the banner and run roughshod over the Cowboys tonight.
Okay. Well, we'll get into some of our picks, because we have 6 seconds into the game. What?
For spitting on Dak. Well, hey, well, I think Nate, somebody up there said he spit on Dak. That's.
Oh yeah.
Oh well. Hey,
it is what it is. There's probably a lot more. Probably that goes on a lot more than you think.
Hey, guys spit on guys. You got caught, sport. Oh well.
Is that a movie line?
Yes.
Okay. What?
Breakfast Club.
Okay.
Well, not spit on.
Oh.
Guys fool around.
Oh.
You got caught, sport.
Gotcha. All right. What do you got? Yeah, I thought that was a lot. Thought that was really light at 8.5.
Yeah.
I thought it could have been double. Just because.
Well, 17 in an NFL game is kind of harsh, but.
True. But with Michael Parsons on the out.
But the only thing is now the whole thing is
Micah.
I'm the listeners know I'm of the Sean McVay mindset. Fuck them draft picks.
Yeah.
The Cowboys got 2 1s and Kenny Clark.
Wait a minute. Sorry to interrupt you. That might be important.
Yeah, sure. Because you're putting Brown in. I'll take Pickens too on a meaningless late touchdown. And then I'll set, thank you. So they got 2 1s and Kenny Clark. And now Parsons is actually questionable for week 1 with a back injury.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, so it's like he's supposed to get a shot or whatever, and I'm sure he'll play whatever. But that was his problem with Dallas. He missed so much time. Dallas's defense stunk with him. So I mean,
yeah,
maybe the Cowboys pulled the Red Sox. The Red Sox got rid of Devers and actually kind of got better by addition by subtraction.
Yeah. That's possible. Yeah, we'll see. The first 3 or 4 games will be the litmus test.
Yes. So, right. Yeah, but if the guy's going to be hurt. All right. Game I got to talk about. Obviously, the listeners know. Monday Night Football. The Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears. About as much of a must win as it can possibly be in week 1 of the regular season. So
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But, and people are like, how could it be a must win? The Vikings are starting a rookie quarterback. Yeah, he was drafted last year, but he didn't play all year. You're at home on primetime television.
Yeah.
New coach, a lot of new additions. And in week 2, you know you're going to lose. Because week 2, they're going to Detroit. And no, that's not me playing devil's advocate. I don't know if the Lions are going to suffer from losing their defensive coordinator and their offensive coordinator. But I think of Dan Campbell that much where he's going to have his team ready. Like, hey, this guy didn't want to coach you. He fucking bailed on us. Let's fucking stick it to this fucking guy. I don't see there's any way, shape, or form the Bears can win in week 2. So you can't start the season 0-2 because now all of a sudden now Johnson's going to start getting a little happy fingers because I'm not 100% sold Johnson is a Caleb Williams guy. You start 0-2.
That's what you said last week. Yeah.
You start 0-2. Now it's all of a sudden like, all right, well, fuck this guy because I know what I'm doing. We're losing not because of me, but because of him. Tyson Badgett is going to be our guy. Well, yeah, okay, that's not the answer either.
Right.
So that's why I think the Minnesota game, then you go into Detroit. If you represent yourself well, you know, maybe the Lions win 27-20, 24-20, 21-17, something like that.
Sure.
All right, we're 1-1, long season. Let's get it on.
Yeah.
They lose to Minnesota. Personally, I think it's time to push the panic button. Some would say after one game, that's ridiculous. I just fucking laid it out for you. You heard it here first on the penultimate episode before episode 300. Flight football, anything else. Minnesota at Chicago on Monday Night Football is a fucking must win for the Bears.
And he said the word penultimate in the right context.
Yes. And I didn't even know what it meant 5 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago, whatever it was.
That's awesome.
All right.
All right. So what do we got here for picks?
All right. So last year, I finished on a 3-0 heater. You finished on an 0-3 clunker.
But still won.
But still, you beat me. We started the 2023 season, we picked all 17 or 18 weeks, whatever it was, plus the playoffs. And then for whatever reason, 2024, we didn't start making our picks till week 4. And then we went all the way through the Super Bowl. I finished at 25-17-1. No, I'm sorry. You finished 25-17-1. I was 24-18-1. So you beat me by a game. Yeah, you maybe just coasted to the finish line because I was 3-0, you were 0-3.
No, I didn't
but
coast.
You still won by a game.
No, I mean I had full intention of burying you, and
Yep.
I couldn't. I my luck went south, if it were.
All right, so you're the host, and I've got my picks written down. You're the host, so I'm going to let you give your first pick first. And if we have the same picks, we have the same picks. Because I've got two names written down.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I can choose from.
And you're going first because I'm sticking to my two.
So I don't understand the line on the Chiefs. -3.5. I mean, the Chargers are good. They've got some good receivers.
That's tomorrow night in Brazil.
Yeah.
I think the Chargers are listed as the home team, but it's in Brazil.
Yeah. I'm going with the Chiefs.
All right. For exactly the same reason, as you can see, I've got it written down. I'm sticking with my pick of the Chiefs. The Chiefs have been in big games, big situations, Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day. I think the Chiefs have played a game damn near every day of the week. Home, away, here, there, Super Bowls, this, that, and the other thing. Used to the star treatment with the Swift effect. Chargers haven't been. I like the Chiefs -3.5 in Brazil as well.
All right. The next one, Steelers -2.5 versus the Jets. I think with a new coach and new quarterback and new this, that, and the other thing, I think Tomlin kind of has a great system. Usually starts off on a pretty good foot, if I remember the last couple of years, but only given 2.5 to the Jets. I like the Steelers.
It's ironic too, because Rodgers went from the Jets to the Steelers and Fields went from the Steelers to the Jets.
Yeah.
So, all right, my other game. I won't do this out of spite every week, but I'm doing it this week. Anytime you get a better team getting points, I like it.
Yeah, what is that all about?
I'm taking the Lions plus the 1.5, and not only am I going to take the 1.5, Lions win that game. So give me the money line, which it wouldn't be that much different because at plus 1.5, the Lions on the money line would probably be about $1.15, maybe $1.25 at best.
Right.
But I won't even take the 1.5, which means if Green Bay wins 28-27, I'll be kicking myself. But give me the Lions on the money line because the Lions win that game outright, and it's not me putting a jinx on them. I don't think Green Bay's that good. Sorry, Grant, no offense. And he knows how shitty I pick, so he's probably happy I'm picking the Lions to win. Give me the Lions.
All right.
At Green Bay, the box doubleheader on Sunday afternoon.
All right, so I've got 2 games to choose from.
We only pick 2.
Oh, we're only picking 2?
That's all we ever do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. I thought we picked 3. Okay.
I think in the playoffs, we picked all the playoff games.
Yeah. Well, that's good because I was going to have a hard time picking between Cardinals laying 6.5 against the Saints because everybody and their brother is saying the Saints are going to suck this year. And then, the Vikings are only giving up 1.5 versus the Bears. So, and even though I think that's going to be a close game, I think the Vikings would win by a field goal.
What, the Bears?
I was going to pick the Vikings winning by a field goal.
Oh, okay.
Well, that would give them.
Yeah, they would cover if they win that field goal.
In any event, as much as everybody has been touting the Saints were going to suck, and the Cardinals being an up and comer this year, I was I was going to have the Cardinals at least winning by 10. But anyway.
At New Orleans. All right, but you got your 2 though.
I do. I got my 2.
Any other sports, or you want to rate this and go into tasting 3?
We can rate this and go into tasting 3.
You know what? Like it's a bourbon barrel-ish, or there's honey in there. There's too much honey in this. I'm going to go 364 because I can't place the taste. There's something's masking the IPA,
and it's not coriander.
No, I think it's honey.
You think it's honey? I think it's something more floral. No, I can't place it either. It gives it a different taste.
Yeah,
it's good, absolutely. And I like the IPA finish. It's nice and it's hoppy and piney. What were the IBUs on this? Okay, 61. Right. All right. You said what?
3.64.
Yeah, I'll go in that neighborhood. I agree with that. Yeah. I'll go. I was gonna go 3.55.
All right.
Good, but it's given me fits trying to figure out what the surprise or what the different ingredient is. All right, 688 check-ins on this one, so a little bigger sample size than maybe I'll catch on fire. And those 688 people, oh shit. I have it written down here, but honest to God, nobody's going to believe me. Maybe it was Freudian. Maybe I had it in the back of my mind, but 3.55.
We'll call it subliminal.
Yeah. That's a good word. That's another multi-syllable word you've used in the correct context. Way to go, Mike.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what everybody else uses in the right context, Mike?
What's that, Dave?
The Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. The Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill is a family-friendly sports bar with delicious food and drink menu to please everyone. Looking for some fun on a weekday night? Grand Central's the place to be on Trivia Mondays, Comedy Tuesdays, Hump Day Wednesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Fish Day Fridays, and Sassy Saturdays. Oh, and don't forget Sunday Fun Days. With drink specials every day. Grand Central is located at 3504 State Street in Saginaw, and you can check out their menu on their Facebook page, the Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. It's always a good time at Saginaw's hometown sports bar, Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. And when you get there,
tell them Mike and Dave sent you.
Please do. All right.
All right, our third tasting, David.
Boom. And boom. Okay.
So Grant got all three of these?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, sir. This is what Vicky said to do.
All right.
Now, I probably should have bigger marshmallows, but I thought when I knew we had marshmallows, so I didn't bother looking to see what they were but we're going to put a couple, 3.
See, this will look more impressive on a video than it would a podcast.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. So we're supposed to do, hopefully I don't burn the place down. So we got to burn these up a little bit.
Well, naturally, if it's a s'more porter.
Oh, I don't think I was supposed to blow that out. I think.
Damn it.
Yeah. We got to pour that in the glass first.
All right. Well, you didn't tell me.
I got too excited about burning marshmallows. All right. Well, I'm just going to have to take the samples. Oh, that's good. Sorry, did you roll yours?
Yeah.
Nah. I was too busy burning marshmallows to roll the can. Oh, Chuck's going to use that one for a while.
But there's none of them are containers of milk, though.
All right, let's do this first.
Well, don't you got to get?
Well, we do, but
what you got to do with the marshmallows? Because if you got to get the marshmallows in there, then we cheer after the marshmallows.
All right. So I think she said like burn it, but it's not going to stay burning. We'll try it. All right. So here, I'll let you do yours. All right. So does this fit? Oh, I don't know.
So it doesn't go all the way into the beer.
I think she said it does.
All right. Well, then
I'm about to burn my finger. We'll try it.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Probably not as blurry as the picture is.
Well, how is the picture?
It's clear on our end.
It is.
Fuck them.
All right, there we go. Burning marshmallows.
Cheers. Ooh, that gives it that. Now that gives it notes.
That's good.
It's a porter.
It is a porter. It's a s'more porter. Now, she did give me a neat little stat. They've been open for 10 years. Obviously, I don't think they've been burning marshmallows for the whole 10 years. However, coming up.
Well, not consecutively, no.
No. But coming up, she said they do have a stat I don't know when they're going to do it, or they're counting down to here in the next week, maybe. Vicky, I'm sorry I didn't get this exactly right, but they're going to have their 10,000th marshmallow being burnt. So 10,000 plus s'mores. So yeah, that's good. That's good. And it's fun. You know, it's not often you have something burning in your drink.
No.
Yeah. I had some, I don't know. And Shelly, I don't know if you're watching right now or you had kind of a long day, but one of the times we went out with friends and I was with her and friends, we had I don't know, one of the drinks that, you know, come to you lit on fire. And I had never had one of those drinks before. And I thought I was going to be a smart ass and assuming that, you know, once you extinguish the oxygen, you know, the flame goes out, right? So I went to try to slam it, but I must have gotten some on the bottom of my lip. So then my face was on fire. So, you know,
happens.
Yeah, I left a really good impression with all of her friends. And yeah, who's the schmuck who decided to drink a flaming drink, you know, and let his face on fire? So 7-7. All right.
All right. That wasn't one of my picks though. So I said I would have taken Philly, but that wasn't one of my picks. So I'm not sweating that one.
Shit. Chuck says we look like we're both in witness protection.
I didn't get what that meant, so I just rolled on.
You know when somebody's talking in an interview and they're in witness protection, they blur their faces out.
Oh, okay. Well,
damn. Does it go clear at any point? Because what's pissing me off is anyway. I'm not going to talk about it anyway.
Yeah, let's just finish segment 3 before I Chester Bennington it.
All right, player pass.
All right,
you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. For those of you that might be new to the podcast, this is where I give a clue as to what the article or the story is about, and Mike decides whether he wants to play or pass it. So, player pass. Want to buy Jimmy's boat?
I'm going to play because I'm interested to see which Jimmy we're talking about.
So, Jimmy Buffett's yacht.
That's not the Jimmy I wanted it to be.
He dubbed it the Continental Drifter 2. Was originally on the market for $2.7 million. It's going up for auction today in Palm Beach, starting at a paltry $1.2 million. That's the minimum bid. Now, over the course of Jimmy's life and career, he had owned 9 boats, 8 planes, not necessarily all at one time. So it's
went from 2.7 to 1.2.
The minimum starting bid is 1.2.
But you said it originally was on the market for 2.7.
It was originally on the market for 2.7.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know. It's for a minimum bid of 1.2. I imagine it's a pretty decent yacht.
Well, but it's went on the market for 2.7, so maybe it's just a dinghy.
And maybe they're just like they've got a dinghy that says, you know, this was Jimmy Buffett's dinghy, you know.
So
yeah, there's a joke in there somewhere.
Just can't think of it. Speaking of Jimmy Buffett's dinghy and that, I'm throwing it out to Eric.
Yeah.
What Hollywood star did Kramer try to trade this Hollywood star's article of clothing for Jerry Seinfeld's van that he got from Summer George?
It wasn't the puffy shirt.
No, Eric will know what I'm talking about if he's listening. Anyway, so
all right.
Does it give any specifics on the yacht? Like
it sleeps 6 plus 3 crew three a bunk and another bed for the crew.
Boy, I didn't 1.2 million. I'm not making an initial bid.
And I don't know if that's if that's 6 staterooms or if that's, you know, 2, 2, and 2, like 3 rooms.
Sleep 6 is not worth 1.2 million. So I'm not putting in the bid.
There we go. Next, player pass.
Yes.
Guinness World Record broken.
Those are always fun because they're controversial sometimes. So let's see what it was.
A team of 3 men, Joel Strasser, Luke Lorick, and Garrett Smith, used a slingshot to launch a beanbag 151 feet, a little over 50 yards, at an Idaho football field to break the Guinness Book of World Record for the longest cornhole shot with a slingshot. Guess how long it took them to go 50 yards with a slingshot to get it in the cornhole board hole?
Time-wise or shot-wise?
Time. Do.
2 hours, 11 minutes, 12 seconds.
12 hours.
I oversold them.
Took them 12 hours on July 11th. So they had.
So they made it into the cornhole slot from 50 yards.
Swished it.
It took 12 hours.
And it took 12 hours.
Yeah. All right.
I think what are the guys? Dude Perfect. I think they could have done it in 2. Right?
I don't know. That quite frankly, I think that's a made up Guinness. Has anybody done this? No. Okay, well, we're gonna do it. All right. Well, if you make it, it'll be a record.
Well, apparently one of these guys is in the Guinness Book of World Record. He's been in there like 3 times. And his claim to fame for the is he used to have a pretty big beard.
Anthony Hopkins. I knew Eric would get it.
Apparently one of these guys, I can't remember who it is, either Joel, Luke, or Garrett, had a pretty sizable beard, and he had the world record for sticking the most toothpicks in his beard.
All right.
So it says something like 10,000 toothpicks or something crazy like that. I don't know. So, hoochie mama.
I knew it wasn't Berkowitz.
All right, last player pass.
All right.
Ready?
Yes.
Sometimes it pays to forget. Player pass.
What the fuck? Let's just do all of them.
A forgetful Maryland man chose to remain anonymous because of you'll find out why here in a second, proactively bought a Powerball double play ticket, then bought a second identical ticket days later before the drawing, forgetting he bought the first. He won $500,000 times 2. So he lives in Prince George County in Maryland. Lottery officials said that he bought the first ticket at Landover Hills Exxon, in Landover. Then the second at A1 Laundromat on Riverdale Road in Riverdale on August 18, when he couldn't recall that he had already had the previous ticket. So he bought the second one, got home, went, shit, oh God, I bought the same. I already bought them, and then won $1 million.
So that draw doesn't affect the number of winners. So like if you'd only played it once, you'd have only won 500 or
correct.
All right.
Correct.
So,
but he bought 2 tickets, so he won $1 million. Feel like a dumbass and then feel like a genius.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, folks. Let's try to stump Mike.
Let's have a little pull of water here. I'm in a 2-game slump here. I don't think I've ever seen Casablanca, but I should have known.
No, I don't.
I should have known that one. I beat myself up more not knowing Casablanca than the previous week's Jurassic Park.
Right.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So
I understand that. But honestly, when we did the Stump Dave, over 100 songs, I mean, there were even some that you threw out because, and I didn't know what.
I wouldn't have thrown out Casablanca.
Okay.
Casablanca is one that
glad.
I should have known.
I'm glad. Okay. Now, and even some of the more recent movies, I don't know if you have or haven't seen them. But if I come across one that's, I don't know, Susie's Worst Day Ever in 1939, I'm going to throw something like that out.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So,
although it is my favorite movies from the 30s. But.
This one is number 95 from our NOTD correspondent, Jake Danielewski.
All right. 95.
And he said he picked 95 because he likes to watch you squirm when you some of these ones closer to 100 or some that you
They're
may or may
shitty
not.
movies.
Yeah. Ready?
Yep.
Carpe diem. Seize the day, boys. Make your lives extraordinary.
Robin Williams, Dead Poets Society.
Boom. Wow, Jake, you're going to be really disappointed with that one.
I love that movie.
See, and so
Captain,
you don't know.
my captain.
There you go. See, I wasn't sure whether you'd have seen something like that before.
Loved it.
Okay.
Absolutely loved it.
All right. Are you surprised that that's 95 then? Or because I mean, 4 Academy Award nominations, it won Best Writing, but then it won Best Picture in Great Britain and in France. Well, in France, it was Best Foreign Film.
Now, if you're asking me if I think it's too low, personally, I think it's too low because I saw the movie and I enjoyed it.
Right.
And I mean,
okay.
Yeah, that line of that movie goes right along with "You like apples? I got her number. How you like them apples?" That's Matt Damon.
Yeah. Good Will Hunting.
Thank you. I was going to say, I'm not sure I can come up with the name of the movie right now. I know it was a Matt Damon joint, but yeah. So yeah, I love that movie. Especially, I actually tear up a little bit when Robin Williams gets fired or whatever the deal is, and the principal or whatever, the dean or whatever the fuck his title is, comes in, and the kids one by one get up and
absolutely.
It's like they had his back, and it's like, fuck, this is our guy. Fuck you. Yeah. We're not doing anything we don't want to do. Right. So
kind of like Mr. Holland's Opus.
Yes.
Same kind of deal. Yep. All right. Well, we tried to stump Mike, but that one's a win.
That's a W. So now I'm back on the winning road.
So you are 22-13. So you were at 61.9%. So now you're going to be closer to 63%.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And I said I would probably be, I can't remember what
you thought you were going to be like 40 or 30.
Right.
I thought, no, you said 33%.
Right, so what's my record?
22-13.
22-13. That's 35. Let's say you throw out 10. That's 40. So we got 55 more to go. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Let's not start sucking each other's dicks yet, fellas. We got a lot of work to do. Now that probably isn't going to make the top 100, but it should.
No.
Pulp Fiction, Harvey Keitel.
Yeah, that's not going to make the top 100. All right. Oh yeah, we do.
All right, next one to die. We have, first and foremost, well, actually not first and foremost, Joe Bugner, 75, British boxing legend, who fought both Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. I'm sure he lost to both, but he did fight both. Second, we have Leroy Jordan, 84, member of the Dallas Doomsday Defense, and on the Cowboys' first Super Bowl winner. He was a 5-time Pro Bowler and was honored in the Cowboys Ring of Honor, 80-something. And last but not least, and most recently, Giorgio Armani, 91, Italian fashion designer, worked until the very end, and his company turned over $2.7 billion a year. So
2.7
billion, as in B, as in A-B, billion.
Yeah, billion.
I believe there's some fragrances I've wore from Armani. I don't know if I've ever wore any of the clothing, but this last men's fashion show, which was in June.
Yeah.
That was the first ever runway show he missed, where he had shit
happen
on the table that was being shown.
Wow.
But otherwise, he worked right up until the end, 91, Giorgio Armani.
Rest in peace.
Yep. Amen, brother.
Thanks, Jake. I'm assuming Jake got us.
Oh,
those.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
For sure. All right.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
It was a great week for me, Dave. I have no complaints, no issues, other than we can't get the feed. We'll figure it out.
So I've got 2.5.
All right.
So the half is that.
And we'll get it figured out at some.
And
by will I mean you, because I'm just here to drink, and
I really do. I mean, I know you folks can't see this, but when you look straight up, it's ductwork. You know what I mean? So that's probably half my problem. And you can see the laptop right here, and the router is right straight up above us. So that's got to be a lot of the problem. I'll get that figured out. And number 2. So, and this one's kind of people's everyday, I guess, they have this kind of complaint, but it really bothered me this week. I went on my Apple News. So you get that with your iPhone, right? And I subscribe to, all of the articles. I can't remember what I pay. It's like $2.99 a month. All of the articles from all of the media outlets I can read them. There's no subscription wall or anything like that. And so here's the top. I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's the top 7 news articles. Wall Street Journal, China flaunts military might. Number 2, Washington Post, Kim Jong-un and him going to China or whatever the hell he was doing, taking his daughter, upstaging her, whatever that article was. Number 3, USA Today, Jeffrey Epstein stuff.
He was an FBI informant, according to one of the mags on the checkout cart rails.
Whatever. Number 4, CNN, RFK Jr. and battle with HHS employees, Health and Human Services employees, if you didn't know what that meant. Number 5, no, that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, number 5, the mass shootings in Maine. Number 6, the California fires. Number 7, the Wall Street Journal put their hat in again and said, child health care is broken. Here are 5 ideas to fix it. So I'm just saying, like, you wonder why kids, teenagers, people in general are having like mental health issues. If they turn on the TV, they see, high drama, I mean, Housewives of Orange County, when my wife has that on, most of the time I got to leave the room because it's just screaming at each other. I'm just like, why?
I leave the room because there's not enough nudity.
Okay. Different reasons, but we both leave the room. And you know what I mean? It's just like, I wonder why people are struggling, with being positive. And it's so, I don't know who to blame. I don't really know who the fuck you is to. Is it to Apple News? Is it to news and media in general? It's just like anybody that like, oh, I wonder why people are struggling these days. Well, fucking open a newspaper. Well, there's no newspapers anymore. There's very few. But it's like, get a clue. Number 2, the no-show contract. Kawhi Leonard. Did you hear about that? That's the NBA thing. Now they're all, oh my God, can you believe this? They paid him $28 million, to endorse this tree planting environmental thing. And he didn't do anything to get that $20 million. How long has this been going on? I mean, I can tell you when I was at Michigan State, it went on a lot. And that was 35 years ago.
Right.
It's been going on forever. It's just, it might be a different way to do it. But hey, do you want somebody in your camp? You want somebody to do something for you? You want to entice somebody? I mean, how do you think college kids got paid before this whole NIL thing.
Now, my only, it's not even an argument. The beef is it's the first that they got. It's the first case known to get around a salary cap.
Okay.
Nobody gives a fuck that he was paid $50 million by a company that went belly up a day later.
I
Nobody cares about that.
I understand.
So now the NBA is like, well, wait a second. You guys are really over the cap because of this $50 million because he didn't fucking do anything and this company was a bogus fucking sham to begin with. So I think that's the beef. Not that he did something for nothing because, like you said, that happens. It's like, hey, come to my car dealership and wave to 4 people and I'll give you $20,000.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
So maybe when McAfee, when I heard this story break, I was watching his show on ESPN Plus too.
It's something different now.
Whatever it was. And I'm listening and I'm like, oh, wow, that's crazy. And then I started thinking and he said he had a comment where he was like, man, he was kind of shocked about it. And I'm like, there's no way you could have been shocked about the fact that this, he got paid not under the table. I mean, because it was probably all legally legit on paper. It's just the fact that he never showed or had to do anything. But like, I don't know. I just don't know how they're shocked about it. Like at some point, the owners had to figure out a way to get around the salary cap. Like, is that a shocker? Especially these billionaire people. They've been doing it at the college level forever. Probably some Texas high schools were doing it way, 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 way back in the day to get some players to come over and play on their high school team.
Well, those aren't salary caps.
I know, but Timmy Smith, quarterback, somehow, how in the hell did his parents, work at the local factory? How the hell did he get a, 1975 Mustang?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Eric Dickerson, perfect example.
There you go. But
Eric
anyway,
Dickerson made more money at SMU than he did at the Los Angeles Rams.
Right. And so, those are my 2.5. Things that.
So is your fuck you to those that are questioning or surprised by it, or is your fuck you that the Clippers did it or whoever?
No, it's to the people that are like shocked by this and like appalled and I can't believe this happened. That's what it is. I'm just like, are you kidding me? That's dumb.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So
that should have been a story. It should have been a story. He should have been outed. But I'm just saying, like, it shouldn't have been like when I Googled it, it's like it's all every outlet in the country, the Thomas Township Times had Kawhi Leonard. Just like, no, that's dumb. Anyway, moving on.
I don't think I've ever read the Thomas Township Times.
I don't think there's such a thing. I think I just made that up. You ready?
Yeah, all we have left is either or.
Yes.
You ready to rate the beer?
You don't like either one?
Nah, they're nothing really happened.
I'm less ready than you are. So hold on.
All right. Well, I'll just give it to you then. That's going out on top, or we finally made it.
We finally made it. Number 1.
All right. So Lee Corso was a perfect 6 for 6.
I'm glad we did this one
on his final college game day.
Right.
Also, there were 3.5 million viewers, which made that the highest viewed game day of all time. So the highest viewed of all time.
Yep.
And he was 6 for 6 on his picks.
That's awesome.
That's going out on top.
Hats off, man.
I mean, and it's good that he's going out because you can see he's not what he once was.
Well, there were a few game days last year where it was like,
yep.
Yeah.
And he was 6 for 6. And I don't.
And he went.
He was 6 for 6. Maybe somebody else said, hey, Lee, pick A, B, C, D,
Right.
E, and F. And he picked them. Well, okay, so he was still 6 for 6 on
He
his
was
picks.
6.
I don't give a
Lee
fuck.
Corso. Yeah, exactly.
And
Lee,
3.5 million people watched it because
Yeah.
they said this is Lee's final
Yep.
farewell.
Yep. Yeah.
So.
Good for him. I'm glad you did that. All right. I'm ready to rate this.
All right, you go first.
Hide this.
All right, I'm ready, so.
All right. 3.95.
Ooh.
And here's why. 2 reasons. And the only thing that kept it out of the 4 is maybe a little more chocolate. That's just my personal opinion. Might mean nothing, but very good. 3.95 because the burning marshmallow in the top of my beer, that's a first ever. I thought that was great. And I'm glad. I think that was maybe even divine intervention that I was able to talk to Vicky and she told me how to. I think I did it right. And do not hesitate to let me know, Vicky, if you see this and I did it wrong. Obviously, a bigger marshmallow might have a better effect, but that was cool. So kudos. You get the 3.95 for me. It's a really good porter. I got a little bit of the marshmallow. I got the chocolate. 3.95.
I went 3.70 because I wanted more marshmallow. And even with the burnt marshmallow in there, I think it was lacking marshmallow. Second favorite of the night. My favorite was the Maybe I'll Catch Fire. 3.70.
All right.
Not disappointed, but.
Right. So check this. They've obviously had this one for a while. This is, I'm going to probably consider this one of their flagship beers. 1.7 thousand check-ins.
So more than the first 2 combined.
Yep. And the Untapped crowd comes in at an average of 3.83. So pretty much right in between us. Yep. Yep. Yes, sir.
All right. So thanks, Grant, for the donations.
Thank you very
Burnt
much.
marshmallow, and that's where?
This is Burnt Marshmallow Brewstillery. And this is in Petoskey. On Lake Grove Road by Walloon Lake. Okay. Thus the Hemingway, because he had a cabin there. And they also have, I think
it's the Brewstillery. That's why I think there might have been some liquor in that IPA. I mean, I've got to do some more research on that IPA.
Yeah. Yes. They also have Rudbeckia. Yeah. Rudbeckia Winery LLC is also on, I'm assuming, on the same property. So if you're a wine drinker, if your spouse is a wine drinker and you're a beer drinker, hey, you got the best of both worlds.
Amen.
There you go.
Only bad thing about video, the viewers can see, kind of telling the white lie here, but regardless, as I look down the bottom of my glass, I can see I'm out of beer. And as the late, great Stuart Scott would say, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here.